Morning, everyone. Welcome to our January 29th, 2025 meeting. If we could all stand for the flag salute. Commissioner Lee.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Madam Secretary, will you please read the public notice statement?
Good morning. Adequate public notice has been given pursuant to the Open Public Meeting Act. Notice has been posted at the board's office and website and emailed to the Department of State and to newspapers of broad circulation within the state.
Thank you. And can we have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Crisoto.
Here?
Commissioner Abdu.
Here.
Commissioner Bange. Here. And President Gosagovi.
Here. And our next public meeting is?
The next regular board meeting will be held on Wednesday, February 12th, 2025. It'll be a hybrid meeting in person at the board hearing room at 44 South Clinton Avenue, Trenton, and live streamed via YouTube.
Great, thank you. We will not have an executive session today. So start with a few remarks from me and then open to my colleagues, and then we will go right into the consent agenda. So just want to start off recognizing some of the federal actions that we've seen take place over the last few days. We know that there is a considerable amount of uncertainty related to these actions and what they mean for New Jersey's residents and families and businesses. Under the governor's leadership and in collaboration with our sister agencies, including the Attorney General's office, we will do anything we can to ensure these actions don't bring any harm to New Jersey residents. Programs like LIHEAP, which is the Low-Income Energy Assistance Program, provides critical energy bill assistance for low-income residents, was frozen. But fortunately, we have the Winter Termination Program. So if customers cannot pay their utility bills during these colder months, they cannot be shut off for non-payment. We want to make sure that all customers are aware of that program and they can reach out to the BPU for assistance in signing up for that, assuming that they are eligible, and the eligibility is pretty broad. So we want to make sure that program is available for everyone. We also, as folks know, there are a number of grants that were secured to support things like community solar, energy efficiency, and broadband expansion. And this funding is really critical to help ensure that we can grow our economy and provide services to our residents. And so we will continue to ensure that we can make those things available. I know it sounds a little dire, but let's be reminded that New Jersey has and will continue to advance our clean energy goals, help to reduce utility bills, and provide economic opportunities. And these announcements come on the heels of a major celebration last week, which I just want to highlight. In Secaucus, we were joined by county and municipal leaders, the business community, environmental activists, to celebrate a very significant milestone that New Jersey achieved in this administration. And that was crossing 5 gigawatts of installed solar capacity. Thank you. Yes. So we have more than doubled the amount of solar that we had prior to when Governor Murphy took office. Not only have we installed record-breaking amounts of solar, but we've also reduced the cost of solar by half since 2018. Means double the solar for half the price. I feel like that's like a gum commercial. It's a tremendous policy achievement. It supports thousands of jobs. And many of this progress occurred during the previous administration of President Trump. So we know that we can move forward on our clean energy goals. The pipeline for solar projects is really robust. We awarded 300 megawatts of the cheapest solar that we ever have through our competitive solar incentive program. And we look to continue to build on that over the next few months, ensuring that we're reducing the costs of clean energy and driving that clean energy transition forward. There are hundreds of community solar projects slated to come online, and we will continue to support the clean energy goals of this administration. And so I just want to acknowledge, the staff who have worked on all of these issues, my colleagues, This has been, and to use a pun, this is really a shining bright spot in the last few weeks to celebrate that achievement, and it is not without a lot of effort. I think New Jersey has and will continue to advance the clean energy economy and make those priorities come to fruition. So just really appreciate everyone's efforts on that. We're going to continue to lead on this issue and move forward. Any opening remarks?
Sure. Madam President, Commissioners, and colleagues, thank you very much for being here today. And I concur that we have very challenging times ahead of us, but we are undeterred in our commitment to these very important goals that we've set out. Governor Murphy has set out important goals. Our state is leading the way, and we will continue to lead the way, even in the face of certain headwinds. That being said, I'd also like to reflect a moment for that bitterly cold weather we had recently. And although no one may have noticed, we had used a winter peak that is the largest winter peak load that we've had in PJM history, 145 gigawatts almost. And PJM responded perfectly. They knew the weather was coming. They reached out to their generators. They certainly learned the lessons from Winter Storm Elliott, and we're very appreciative of the partnership that we have with PJM to make sure that real extreme weather events, like the one we experienced just last week, are unnoticed by ratepayers and consumers, and that's very important. And I'm very happy that the lessons that they learned were taken to heart. And although I usually quote only Greek philosophers, I'll reflect on Confucius for a moment, who said that there are three ways to learn. One is through reflection, which is the noblest, through observation, which is the easiest, and through experience, which is the bitterest. In Winter Storm Elliott, it was bitterly cold, and we learned the bitter lesson of that experience. So I'm glad that they learned. We are better for it, and moving forward, I have full faith that we will continue to weather any storm together. Thank you very much.
If I may, at the risk of having this come back to bite me in the foot later this year.
It's 25 minutes, just
I
so you know.
will.
It's a 10.
Sure. Someone up on this day has celebrated a birthday earlier this week, and she often takes the time to acknowledge her colleagues and the staff, and I just wanted to be the one to acknowledge her and to wish her a very happy birthday and to thank her for her dedication and her commitment and her tireless efforts. So, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
29 again. Okay, 25 minutes. Stacy, no, consent agenda. Sorry, I was skipping right over that. All right, we don't have an executive session. It feels so unusual, actually. So we're still here. Madam Secretary, if you could please call the consent agenda.
On consent agenda item 9A.
So moved.
Commissioner Crystal Delune?
Yes.
Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Page?
Yes.
And President Gosadovi?
Yes. All right, let's go to the regular agenda. Stacy, ball's in your court.
I'm working on it. Good morning, Commissioners. Good morning, Madam President. On January 26th of 2023, Public Service Electric and Gas filed a petition seeking approval to modify the manufactured gas plant remediation component within its societal benefits charge to recover costs incurred during the remediation adjustment period, August 1st, 2021 through July 31st, 2022. Following review of the petition, conducting discovery, and discussions, the parties have executed a stipulation resolving the matter. As a result of the stipulation, a typical residential customer will see a decrease in their monthly bill of 5 cents, and a typical residential gas customer will see an increase in their monthly bill of 10 cents. Staff recommends that the board issue an order approving the stipulation and directing PSE&G to file revised tariffs by February 15th.
So moved.
Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
On the motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal Delune?
Yes.
Commissioner Abdul? Yes. Commissioner Page?
Yes.
And President Gosadovi?
Yes. Stacy, 2B.
On November 8th of 2024, PSE&G filed a petition seeking approval to maintain the refund of excess collections credit rate component of its ZEC charge at 0. On January 15th, Rate Counsel filed comments indicating that it did not oppose PS's request. Based on the request in the petition, customers will see no impact to their bills. Staff recommends the board authorize PS to maintain its RECCR rate at 0 and direct PS to file revised tariffs by February 15th.
So moved.
Questions or comments?
That acronym, can't we find a way to actually say it? I mean, we tried to.
You can use the second letter, right, in the like of each word if you need to help with the vowel. Of all of them.
And I didn't say the whole thing.
On a motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal Delune?
Yes.
Commissioner Abdul? Commissioner Baines?
Yes.
And President Will Sidoti?
Yes. Thanks, Stacy. Dean.
Good morning, Madam President and Commissioners. On October 7th, 2024, the New Jersey American Water Company filed a petition with the board seeking approval of a sale agreement between New Jersey American and Shrewsbury Township pursuant to the provisions of the Water Infrastructure Protection Act, a determination that the purchase price and transaction costs were reasonable, and other approvals as necessary to complete the proposed transaction. Prior to this filing, the township submitted an emergent condition report and an asset value report to the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection. On January 21st, 2023, the DEP issued a determination that approved the township's certification as to the existence of emergent condition number 4, indicating a lack of historical investment, maintenance, or repair of the system. On July 9th, 2024, the township adopted resolution number 2024-69, authorizing the township to sell the system to New Jersey American Water and authorizing the company to file the petition with the board for approval of the sales agreement. Pursuant to the agreement, the purchase price of the system is $525,000. Following a review of the petition and discovery, the company, New Jersey Division of Rate Counsel, and board staff entered into a stipulation of settlement resolving all issues in this matter. Staff recommends that the board issue an order adopting the stipulation.
So moved.
Questions or comments?
Dean, just a quick question. The WIPA process is something relatively new? Hasn't been used very often?
So
This
it's
is kind of moving into relatively new.
It's been used once before. It's been around for a little while. A number of townships are in various stages of the process. It's relatively shorter than the traditional sales process, but it still requires a number of steps for an evaluation of the system and an appraisal. So,
Thank you.
Thanks. Roll call, please.
On a motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal Delune?
Yes.
Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Baines?
Yes.
And President Will Sidoti?
Yes.
Thank you. 8A. Rachel? No, it says Rachel on my list. No, sorry, Ben's.
Forgive me,
That's okay.
I had it as a B. Good morning, Madam President and Commissioners.
Morning.
On July 29th, 2021, DSM Nutritional Products filed a petition with the New Jersey Board of Public Utilities requesting that the board direct Jersey Central Power and Light to net meter the electricity produced by an on-site solar facility owned by DSM and to provide DSM with a retail credit on its electric bill for the energy produced by the solar facility since the date it commenced operation. On December 1st, 2021, the board issued an order retaining the matter at the board for hearing, designating then President Joseph Fiordalizo as the presiding commissioner and granting JCP&L's motion to intervene. During the pendency of this proceeding, President Fiordalizo passed away. Thus, board staff now recommends that the board designate Commissioner Marian Abdu as the presiding commissioner over this matter.
So moved.
Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
On a motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal Delune?
Yes.
Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Baines?
Yes.
And President Will Sidoti?
Yes, thank you. 8B. That time. Z, the ball's in your court now, so.
I will do my best. Chances are we'll make it. Madam President and Commissioners, this agenda item concerns 110 petitions, which collectively represent 381 projects that are requesting entry into the administratively determined incentive program, or the ADI program. The ADI program launched on August 28, 2021, and is open to residential projects, net metered non-residential projects equal to or less than 5 megawatts, and community solar projects. Solar generation facilities are prohibited from registering in the ADI program if they commence commercial operation prior to the opening of the ADI program registration portal, or began construction prior to receipt of a notice of conditional registration. Additionally, the ADI rules limit increases in project generation capacity after registration in the ADI program to 20% or 25 kW, whichever is smaller. 348 customers with projects that received permission to operate prior to the receipt of the notice of conditional registration have petitioned the board to waive NJAC 14:8-11.4B to register in the ADI program. Staff believes that circumstances associated with the transition from the TI program to the ADI program still warrant flexibility in the application of this restriction. 13 customers with projects that received PTO prior to the ADI program launch have petitioned the board for a waiver of NJAC 14:8-11.4B. Similar to the previous set of projects, staff is concerned that these projects will be stranded without an incentive in the absence of board action. Staff believes a waiver is appropriate and recommends that the board grant the petitions with the qualification life for these projects commencing on August 28, 2021, which is the opening of the ADI program. 20 projects seek a waiver of NJAC 14:8-11.5K for approval of similar facilities at a capacity that exceeds the size submitted in the initial registration package by more than 20%, which is the maximum size allowed by rule. For these projects, staff recommends that the board deny these petitions and encourage petitioners to re-register their projects at their new capacity with a waiver on the prohibition on commencing construction prior to acceptance. Finally, one petition included a project that has received PTO but is not yet registered in the ADI program. Staff recommends that the board require the petitioner of the unregistered project to register the project and submit an ADI program number to the program manager within 30 calendar days of the effective date of the board's order. Once registered, staff recommends that the board allow this project to be eligible for a waiver of NJAC 14:8-11.4B and of NJAC 14:8-11.6A if the project received PTO prior to the opening of the ADI program.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
On the motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal Delou,
Yes.
Commissioner Abdul, Commissioner Bange,
Yes.
and President Gosadone.
Yes.
Thank you. At risk of having Stacy lose, I don't know what her number was, so I think we're at the end of the agenda. If there are no further comments, can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We're out of here. Record. Let's just get, yep, now we have that to work off of.
That's right.